I'll tell you what an epic match that was. Just incredible, wasn't it? First of all, point of note for the crowd at home, making that atmosphere was tremendous under the lights at Elland Road. It must have been a bit of a living nightmare for Leicester after the end of that game, and they got on the bus and buggered off back down there. What a performance! What a result! What a night! And I can't think for a long time here in Elland Road being that wild. Feral is one of the words that have been banded around a bit. All four stands absolutely tremendous, and I can't wait to see some of those match reaction videos being produced and uploaded today, especially from Dave when he does get the time. I can't wait to see all these videos popping out and just to try and soak up the atmosphere, because it must have been absolutely intense, so intense and so insane. Because my brother and my dad were there at the match, and I didn't hear out from them, or hardly heard out from them during that match. They must have been totally focused on the football and the atmosphere, and it would have been crazy to try and speak to him during that match and try and get a little bit of video. The noise inside Elland Road and the decibels coming across on the TV were just something else, and I hadn't heard it like that for quite a while. We've had a difficult couple of years, and it's great to hear and see that raw, that intimidation, that atmosphere. Really, really great to hear that on TV last night. So it's not often I produce a post-match video, but I've got a few minutes just to get my thoughts out there. And of course, if you do, or if you manage to watch any of that watch along, Stu, Lee and myself and Claire watched the entire match, and it was just insane. When I say insane, the final third of that game, from the moment that they started making substitutions, and I think they took Mavididi off, and that probably started to swing the scales in our favour a little bit more, because up to the sort of 60th, I think we said 65th minute, we hadn't registered one shot on goal, and that for us is a totally unfamiliar experience this season. We're quite used to being the dominant side. We're quite used to creating a lot of chances, but that first 65 minutes against Leicester, we really battled. We stuck in there, got stuck in, and really held on to try and stop Leicester from, let's say, enhancing their lead, wasn't it? They got that goal on the 15th minute, and to concede from a corner like that, it was gutted. And I think Rodon had a difficult game. It was a tough game for him. Ampadu as well found it a little bit tough, but the man of the match, according to our audience, was I think we voted on Glenn Kamara, but I'll have to check that on chat. I might be wrong. I thought it was outstanding for us, progressing the ball, getting it up the field. Archie Gray as well. Archie Gray getting in there with a goal that I'm sure everybody says that it's 100% Archie Gray's goal, is that, and I'm absolutely delighted for him. Look, all over pitch, it was fantastic. Firpo wasn't too happy when he went off, but that was a tactical thing. I think more than anything, that was Daniel Farke doing what he did so many times when we've been a little bit behind and we've struggled to we look like we're struggling to get a result, throwing the kitchen sink at them, changing the formation around a little bit, pushing people forward. Roberts coming on as well made a difference, and everything just seemed to work in our favour, didn't it? What an absolutely fantastic achievement it is to beat the leaders of the league, who have been consistently the best team week in, week out. But now we're right back in it. It's 6 points the difference. At the rate that they're dropping points and at the rate that we're gaining them, we'll end up winning the title. And of that I'm quite sure, but you never know. We might have a little dip in form. There's time for hiccups. I don't want to say that yet. Of course, we've got Chelsea coming up, and I think it's what a terrific performance. just one thing. I mean, Rutte, I love him to bits. I think he's absolute genius. He's a brilliant on the ball, but I thought he struggled again in first half. Perhaps trying to be not getting rid of the ball early enough. And the thing as well is, of course, they're putting him under a lot of pressure. He's getting man marked, 2, sometimes 3 bodies around him if the ball comes into him, and he found it really, really tough in that first half, I thought, Rutte. But at the end of the day, it's 3 points for us. Absolutely fantastic performance. Buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing about it. And I've been listening to some stuff on Twitter today from Luke and a couple of the other big people on X there, and everybody just can't get over it. I think it was an amazing achievement, and I think that for me is by far the performance of the season, the result of the season, and the way that we changed things around. Bamford coming on made a lot of difference. Daniel James coming on, and I think perhaps Leicester had overdone themselves. They were trying or planning on trying to manage that match when they took Mavididi off. And, that's the point. I think Farke decided, right, that's it. We've got no real choice. We've got to go for it. We're just 1 goal behind. And, it works. The guy's an absolute brilliant manager. And honestly, I was lost for words by the end of that live stream last night, I'll tell you. Absolute madness. I'm not going to sit there and bore you with all stats. I'm sure you can read up on all those yourself. But if you did enjoy this little quick post-match reaction, let me know what you thought in the comments as well, if you were there, even if you watched along. How are you feeling this morning? I bet you're absolutely delighted that your weekend's going to be a good one. I bet everybody feels better. I can't wait to hear from Dave, I'm telling you. Fantastic. Look, take care of yourselves, enjoy that weekend ahead, and let's see and hope that some results go for us, and Ipswich and Saints can drop a couple of points, and that's going to be round it off absolutely perfectly for us, isn't it? It's going to be great. Let's march on together now. We go to Chelsea later on this week, I think, for the FA Cup next round. We'll talk about that in another video, and of course there'll be a live stream coming up for that as soon as we're getting some details and get it all prepared. Take care of yourself for now. I know you're going to have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you soon.